Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back another morning. Well, right now I'm just sitting down in front of my pond, and around me, if I just show you around me, you can see there's a huge fog right now. I don't know whether you can see the fog properly or not, but I can see a huge fog. But this fog was much more dense at the morning. When I wake up in the morning and going to the mosque, I couldn't see properly because the fog was very dense. But right now most of the fog has been gone and few of them are here, but still the fog is huge and it's feel like winter's peak moment is here, and we are experiencing the peak moment of winter. But still people couldn't sit properly. They have to get out from their home and go for their work, otherwise they have to starve. So they have to just they have to just set out. They have to go for the work early in the morning because the daylight remain very small compared to the summer season, and that's the reason that why they need to go for work very quickly. Today we are working actually right there. If I just show you right there, we are taking the soil. We are from there actually we are taking the soil and taking them to our pond to rebuild the edge of the pond. So we're doing this work today, and a few moments ago I just have my breakfast. Anyway, I'm trying to bring content or the speaking session almost every single day, and this is a part of it. I feel like I have gained a little bit more fluency. I'm feeling a little bit more confident compared to the first day when I started, and it feels me very good. It feels really good when I see my improvement in my speaking. So without any further discussion, I just want to jump onto the topic. The first question is, describe a time you used your cell phone and smartphone to do something important. Almost every single day I used to almost every single day I use my smartphone for various purpose, and most of them, I would say around 40% of them are very important, and less 60% of them are unnecessary. But those 40% are very much important. But if you just told me the most important thing that I've done by my smartphone so far, I would say that it was in 2017 or 18 when I was my high school in class 10 or class 9, because in that time proper knowledge was very much rare in the proper lessons were very much rare in the physical world. At the same time, it was very much costful. Let's say if you want to hire a tutor, you have to pay almost more than 4,000 BDD, and it was very much expensive for most of the students. So if I say that if I have a smartphone and I have some internet on it, definitely I can search the topic and on the internet on like YouTube and see the results and find out the my desired content and desired lessons. Can you see the man who is carrying a bag? Actually, we have hired him, and he is carrying soil on this bag to our garden. Anyway, and in that time in 2000 most probably 17, I bought a smartphone for the first time in my life, and I use that smartphone for my education purpose. uh, when I was in Bangladesh in class 9, in class 9 or 10, both are combined book. You have to study one book in these two class, and after the class 10 you will appear in a public exam, and it was very much important for your life, for Bangladeshi people life, Bangladeshi students life. And that's why I was very much serious in that time, and I bought a smartphone. I was searching content, I was searching lessons which seems me very much hard to understand, and I use that smartphone in that way. And I, so far in my life, I feel like that was the most useful thing that I have done in my life by a smartphone. The next question is, what do you usually do with a cell phone? Well, with a cell phone, most of the time I consume video content, some like listening podcast, taking educational videos, or taking lessons and these kinds of sorts. But uh, but a few years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, we have seen that some LLM models or artificial intelligence is growing rapidly, and because of artificial intelligence we get some very useful tools like Gemini, Claude, uh, ChatGPT, and these LLM models help us a lot in our study. And most of the time I use those LLM models in my smartphone for various purposes, like searching my contents, researching my lessons, discussing some important topics or confusions, learning codes, various types of thing actually I do in my smartphone by those LLM models. And this is a useful thing, I feel like I used to usually do in my daily life. The next question is, what are the difference between young people and the old people when using a cell phone? Well, when using a cell phone, most of the young people very much comfortable with using a cell phone. Most of them know how to use it, what are the features of it, and how to use those features, and what are the purpose of using those features. But the older people don't have enough knowledge of using that smartphone, and that's why they get stuck almost in every moment, and they feel very uneasy to use that. If you just told me the use case, how they use it, most of the young people use it to stay connected with their friends. They like to share their thoughts, or share their thoughts or daily activities, or sometimes lessons by his cell phone. But older people used to uh, older people use cell phone uh, very few purpose. Like most of the time we see that they use the smartphone just for uh, talking with other. They don't have enough knowledge or other kinds of stuffs to use a smartphone properly, and that's why they couldn't use it properly. The next question is, which one is more important, using a cell phone? Which one is more important, using a cell phone to make phone calls or to read message? I feel like phone calls are much more important compared to messages. Like when you are messaging someone, you are spending much more, you are spending more times to share your thoughts while you are messaging to someone. When you're talking with someone in a phone call, you can hear his voice, you can share your emotions or everything when you're talking. but in messages you have some limitations. It's kind of uh, it's take too much time to type, but when you are talking, it takes very few time, very it takes very less time when you are talking actually. And that's why I think talking phone calls are much more important compared to message, written message. Do you think there should be a law to stop people from making phone calls in public? I feel like definitely it must there must be a law. People aren't allowed to make phone calls in the public, because uh, when you're making a phone call in a public place, people around you may get disturbed, may get disturbed in their own activities, or may feel like uneasy for your phone calls. So in that case, definitely you should avoid uh, public place while making a phone call. And but still some people in your country don't bother about it. They just do whatever they like to do. They don't think about others. And for those people, definitely there must be a law that where you are not allowed to make phone calls in a public place. So these are the four questions that has been given in this practice session. So questions are very small, and very few are almost four questions are very few in numbers. So it would be very much helpful for me if I get more questions, because the more questions I would get, the more opportunity I would get to practice my English speaking. So I know I have made many mistakes in this practice session, and I'm leaving those mistakes for you. I hope you all are going to find the mistakes and let me know in the comment section, and I will recover those mistakes in the next video. So just comment down below what I've made the mistakes, and I will reach out all of you in the next one. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.